floor. Professor Harper, thank you so much, and we're glad to be here. Take it away.
Okay, so I sent you the footage.
Yes. Which one would you want me to start first?
It's up to whichever one you would like. It's up to you.
Okay, no problem. Let's do this. Now, make sure y'all let me know if you cannot hear. So I'm going to start with the one that says Docu Dance. So if you cannot hear it, guys, just kind of shout out to me. Mr. Hannah, I cannot hear. There we go.
Classic Dance Ensemble presents Docu Dance, an inside look during the midst of a pandemic.
Can y'all hear it?
You can shift to those minutes and seconds.
Yes.
And that Docu Dance one.
Okay. So you said go to
the minute. I think it was like around 7 minutes or so, and that specifically speaks about the type of dances.
Okay, I see right here where it's at 7:30. You want me to start it right there?
Yes.
Okay. And here we go.
To enhance her movement ability and technique. She is
this
very
here?
grateful for the opportunities that she has received.
Okay, hold on. Maybe I need to go up.
It says to 7 minutes and 12 seconds to 19 minutes and 50 seconds.
Okay, so this is one.
Go back.
Forward, like right here.
It's right after they finish speaking about each person.
Okay, so after LaMonica.
Keep going. You can just go forward.
Okay, here's Terry, Jada. Thank you guys for your patience. And let's see, that's Jamai.
Keep going.
These are all Professor Harper's students at the university. I'm pretty sure she'll do. Oh, right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna start it. Make sure it stops buffering, and let's see if it's gonna play.
Was established to provide opportunities in all dance genres, creating well-rounded and versatile male and female dancers. The dance company was able to perform in homecoming parades, portray.
That's my Wi-Fi. I'm sorry.
Okay, I think we all have been experiencing that, especially with the institution. There's so many people dealing with online virtual learning now. So
drill technique, dance productions, along with academic dance technique classes, executing level 1 and 2 tap dance. There are also dancers who excel in lyrical and contemporary modern dance.
Piece is a creative piece that I created in my bedroom just for fun, you know, just to keep dancing and my choreography intact. The inspiration was just not being able to perform or to dance during a pandemic, but it's all working out, so we're having fun.
And my hip-hop dance, it's about energy. I learned it from my old hip-hop team, which is on campus as well, IL, and it's to give off energy and make people want to dance with you. For the performance, it was more of a mental state. I had to listen to the music over and over, put myself there, make me seem like I'm already in the performance before I even do it.
African dance that I'm doing is called Dudumba. It's a Guinea West African style dance. It's basically when the men get ready to go to war, the women and the men, they come together with their swords and their shields, and they're getting ready to march together and go to war.
CDE company leaders are able to lead technique classes and present choreography for performances. The students also enjoy improvisational exercises, enabling artistic freedom and enhancement in emotional color.
That's good.
That's good? Okay. And let me bring it back to stop presenting. All right. Real quick before you chime in, Professor Harper, students, what type of dances did y'all see? I saw quite a few. They had the names at the bottom. Remember, you might have to unmute your mic. Go ahead. Say one more time.
Contemporary?
Yeah, I did see contemporary. Now, I'm gonna let Professor Harper. I'm just trying to see what all y'all caught. So we saw contemporary. Anybody else?
Hip hop.
Yes, I did see hip hop. I saw. Now, what was that one that was kind of interesting? They started talking about like the shields that they might bring out and all that other stuff. I was like, okay. Did anybody catch that one? And then I heard like some drums with it.
African?
Yes, the African. All right. I'm not gonna go any further because I was just amazed at all the different styles that they have, just like almost in music. Well, Professor Harper, I think we are ready to continue with you.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So the pieces that you all saw it was a breakdown of a documentary we did in November of last year. I know it was different for all of us to shift off campus and not, take classes face to face. So the company members, we had to get tested on a normal basis, like weekly basis, and we were able to come back into the space. But in that same situation, we weren't able to perform in an auditorium. So they had to learn how to view the information like you all are doing virtually. Then they had to understand the counts. So counts were given with music outside of just learning the movement. And then when we came back into a space together, they were able to place all of those different components on top of each other. So you had a chance to see, some of you said earlier, contemporary, which is modern dance. You had a chance to see African. And when we learn African, you really have to listen to breaks in the music, how quick or slow, the syncopation that is somewhat parallel with the feet. And the footwork is really extreme when you're dealing with African as well as your upper body. So, and when I say break, you may hear it, and I'm going to make noises. Sometimes when we're teaching dances, you may not hear 5, 6, 7, 8. You may hear pa, ka, 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 ka. And so you know at the end of that noise or that sound, that's your 5, 6, 7, 8. When you shift into pieces like tap, I don't know if you all remember seeing those students tap dancing on stage. You have rhythms that you have to understand were a single time step or a double time step or a triple time step. So that class really deals a lot with hearing the sounds and knowing how to count. And I make them clap a lot in that class. Because you really have to understand the tempos and the rhythms of how to move your feet. So it's a lot that's involved, but I'm thankful at that institution, the students are able to get such a variety of dances. And while they're learning those dances, it would be beneficial if we had a live piano player, because sometimes they may hear circular music or music that you all listen to sociably, and you're listening to the words instead of the rhythms. So sometimes they may get off in terms of singing the music instead of really listening to the rhythms and the music that's really happening in the background of the music. And that's why in our ballet courses, when we're starting at the bar, I'll only play classical music. And the classical music, meaning they're only hearing a piano or possibly a violin, anything that you would see in a live orchestra is what they would hear, so that they're understanding whether it's a 2/4 or a 3/4 and a 4/4. And when I'm speaking of these numbers, these are time signatures. And those time signatures are basically, for instance, the 2/4. The 2/4 is basically a 2/4 note beats in a measure. And you guys may have already learned this with music, but it's similar for dancers. And with dance, I know at the graduate level, meaning you've already taken your undergraduate classes and you may want to get a higher degree. So we had to take a course called Eurythmics, where we had to learn how to do swings. And when I say swings, you may see, if you've been to an orchestra or you've seen a band play, and that guy or woman that's standing at the very top and they're swinging their arms like this, that's to keep everybody on the same tempo. So with the 2/4, it may be a 1 2 1 2, or 3/4. You have 1 2 3 1 2 3, and last but not least, the main other one is the 4/4, where you keep that 1 2 3 4 1. So it's not always a 5 6 7 8. Really know how to think on, on their feet. And sometimes in some pieces or choreography, you may not have the same tempo during the whole piece. You may hear silence, or you may switch from a 2/4 to a 3/4. So I don't want to keep rambling, but if you guys have questions about anything I've said in terms of how those dances relate to music, please feel free to ask me.
If I may, you mentioned a whole lot of, I want to say, things that relate to music. Like, for instance, when you mentioned the 2/4, for most of our students, they might remember that to be in march music. When you hear that 1 2, we think march songs that are in marching. And then I know for most of our students, they're doing waltzes in classical music. So that's that 1 2 3 swing 2. So it's just so amazing how in dance, even though y'all are doing movements, that y'all still take the same, or I should say utilize the same music theory that music uses to so that they can play the pieces. So that's a very unique correlation. Let's see if I can find somebody who would like to share in a way they tend to, or I could say they can recognize or feel the rhythm in music. Who would like to share about that, as far, and especially like in a 3/4? Let's see. How about the Miss Olivia? Olivia, with the 3/4, how would you describe a 3/4 feel to someone?
You mean how I keep up with the beat?
Yeah.
Well, I would usually count the rhythms or tap them on my fingers or foot to keep up.
Cool. So you would tap it or count it. Now, if y'all heard Professor Harper, remember what she was saying, trying to get the dancers to get involved? She might give them like a count either at the beginning, or she would tell them, don't listen to the words, but listen to the rhythm, right? All right. Awesome. I think we have another video that she wanted to show, and that is the one entitled CDE, correct?
Yes.
All right. So guys, we're going to watch this video now. This one is going to be, I think, a full out performance by some of her students. So let's take a look.
The performance may be on the other one. If you want to forward through some of this, I know that one is about 15 minutes, the one you're getting ready to show.
Oh, okay. So let me pull it up and then tell me where you want me to start it at.
Okay.
Let's see.
That's fine.
All right, right up in here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me take it back just a little bit and play. Who knows what kind of style of dance this is? Anybody want to shout it out? Uh-oh, it left.
So these are the counts, that 3 count that we were speaking of.
Awesome. Let's say it up.
7 and 1 2 3 2 2 3 3 2 3 4 2 3 5 2 3 6 2 3 7 2 3 8 2 3 4 5 6 9 2 3 10 2 3 11 2 3 12 2 3 13 2 3 4 5 6 14 2 3 15.
Music. And as you can see, sometimes our dancers aren't always inside. We did a piece where we actually worked outside and transitioned inside for the same piece.
Oh.
Close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me.
Uh-oh. Just trying to make it bigger. Ah, okay.
We can fast forward.
Okay. Let me see.
We can go.
Cool. This was a big piece.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow. Uh-huh. Whoa. That's like a sonata.
And most of our pieces are in. Oh, you can let it play right there. It's towards
Okay.
the end.
Awesome. Oh.
So as you can see, dancers are. But you have to, with all the business plan, you have to have time for personal and social as well, so that our mindset isn't always on and drill.
So we need downtime. Ah, that's something I think we try to stress in music as well, to have that period of time to just reflect and not always be practicing.
Right. So I think piece
go ahead.
on the storytelling, where you may not have words, but you'll actually see physical movement. The dancers are expressing what they want to say through their body movement.
All right. Now, do you want me to fast forward anymore?
Right after this, I think it's literally right after that one.
Okay. Let me just press play.
That felt so weird to do outside. I was like, all right.
Thanks so much. Trying to log in. Yep.
Walk.
And we'll hear
3, 4, 5, 6.
and counting.
Mm-hmm. Let me try something. See if that helps. Pause.
You guys have questions about anything you've seen thus far?
Bring it to.
No.
Anybody have any questions? Are y'all understanding as far as the counting that she's doing when they're doing the dances? Are y'all seeing how it sometimes varies and it changes up, and it also helps, I would say, the dancer? Cool. All right. Let's see. The video should play a little bit better now. I think that gave it some time to load. Let's see. Sorry about that, y'all. Let me try. Let me see, where am I? I'm right here. I'm gonna try to reload it because it's really jumping. So now let's see if it's gonna be a little bit better for us. I think we was about right up here. All right, I'm gonna pause it right there because I'm hearing something very interesting. As y'all were watching that video, what happened? Because at first I heard music, then something changed. Can anybody describe the change that occurred? I'm gonna play it. Okay, so I want you to, I'm gonna play it again, watch the clip, and something is gonna happen. The music is gonna leave out, then all of a sudden something changes. But the dancers keep going. So I want y'all to see if y'all could catch, and then I'm gonna ask you, okay? So I'm gonna take it back. Hopefully it doesn't start skipping. Let's see. Here we go.
Tell the story. Push, push.
Hearing my little music slightly there. I think I'm at
3, 4,
there we go.
5, 6, 8.
So we hear the music. They're dancing, we hear the music. Keep listening.
Come on, y'all. Come on. Tell the story. Push, push.
I hear the music going down. It's going down low. Uh-oh, where's the music? What just happened? No music. All right. So who think they can describe what just happened? The dancers kept going and the music left. It was like the music, they just decided to unplug and they left. What happened? But how was, like, the dancers kept going? How was that possible? Who think they want to be brave enough? Okay, I see a hand. Go ahead, Aria.
I think it one got slower and it kind of like a pause effect or something.
A pause effect. Okay. So she heard a pause effect. Did anybody hear something being introduced? Like, was there something new that came after the music? Did you hear something new that kind of came in?
There's clapping.
Yes, the clapping. And they were clapping on the rhythm or the beat of what the musicians were playing. So that goes into that, I want to say what Professor Harper was kind of telling us earlier, like how you can dance without music, right? They just had the rhythm going. So the dancers knew where to go because they just kept on. They kept that beat going. Was there anything you wanted to add, Professor Harper?
No, I do want to say a lot of times, even though they're listening to those rhythms of the music, how it switched and changed, those other dancers that are at a standstill, and you'll see it as it goes down the line. You have some dancers sitting on the floor. You have some dancers standing in line. It's 4 different stories. So the duet, which is 2 people dancing together that you just saw, they're about to finish their section. And these other dancers that are standing still, they have to keep counting even though they're standing still. So they're listening to the music and counting, but they still have to know when to begin their section. So it's a lot to consider while you're performing, and you still have to have emotion. So it's a lot to consider.
All right, let's take a look at that. So guys, keep in mind what she just stated, what Professor Harper just stated. We want to see if we can see the stories that the dancers are going to be displaying. Here we go.
Yeah. Come on, dance, Blakely.
Awesome. Was there anything you wanted to share on that?
Yeah,
Professor Harper?
did you all hear that one song had so many dramatic changes and just music alone. So I want to hear you all's feedback in regards to how did you feel about the song in general? Are you familiar with the singer, the artist, especially since we've shifted? Well, I would consider Everyday Black History, but it's someone that's important and really well known in regards to music, I would per se. And one other thing, how do you think you're able to, or they were able to express themselves, especially during the speaking portions where there wasn't really music, but just a woman speaking? So those kind of three different things to think about, but I want to hear your personal opinions as it relates to music.
All right, so we have some new individuals who have joined in. I want to say welcome to everybody. So the question is for us to explain, or I want to say describe the changes in that piece that we just saw, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do what we call the good old popcorn call. So let's go to the Post family. Can you identify one thing that you saw in that piece, like one change that you could describe for us?
We didn't get to see the video because it was lagging. We was having issues.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Y'all missed a really good treat. Okay, let's see if we could get someone who can help you out. The Lawson family, what change can you describe that you kind of saw? And let me see if I put the pin on you like that so everybody can see you. And Xavier can help her out. Her brother can help if she's struggling.
The rhythm kind of changed.
The rhythm. Okay, yeah, the rhythm did kind of change. The rhythm did. It really did. The tempo was still the same, but the rhythm did change. Okay. Xavier, what about you? Did you hear anything? Some changes in that piece?
Well, there's a lot of dramatic things in the music, like it changed.
I think you hit something really good when you said dramatic. It was dramatic. It had some, I guess I would say like some climatic. Would climatic be a word? I don't know, but it has some climax. Let's put it that way. So areas where there was some, what we say in music, some sforzando, right? It was like, oh man, let's give some emphasis to that. Aria, did you see any changes in the music?
Kind of what Xavier said, just like the dramatic effects in the music, because at first it was like kind of like an ad lib or like there's like a guy singing, and then all of a sudden it just became like an instrumental type of music, and it just like kind of cut everything off a little bit.
Okay. I kind of like that. So what I'm gathering is you're saying it was almost like we're all together as a whole. It was like, okay, everybody's kind of in this. And then all of a sudden it started breaking down, all kind of highlighting certain elements in that presentation, right? And then within those elements, they kind of did some different things. Okay. I may have added some words. I don't know. Let's see. We have Zaziana. I don't know if she caught some of it. Zaziana, would you like to share anything?
Yeah, I guess like the volume of the music was kind of changing.
The volume, yes. Now that is, we tend to do that a lot in our music, right? Like sometimes I might say, hey, we need to start doing a crescendo here. Then we gotta do a decrescendo here. And that gives, like how Xavier said, that dramatic, right? Gives it that effect. Let's see, we have someone from Soul of America Tours. Mr. Fred, are you with us? He may or may not. I don't know. Let's see. And he may not. But I think we hit on some good points, guys. That was very good. Miss Harper, with Professor Harper, what are some of the technical things? So I think we kind of hit on some of the stuff that we would think of as a musician, but what are some of the things that we may have missed as a dancer from that piece?
Is it good?
Okay, you can call me Sherry. So I did see some of the messages from the person for Souls of America tours. Are you familiar, Mr. Hannah, with the music?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he put it in the chat box. I got you. Who was the singer? I got you.
On it.
Hold on, go ahead.
Are you all familiar with Nina Simone?
Yes.
So yeah, that the piece is entitled Centerman. So yeah, I love the musical arrangement of the piece because it does give that crescendo essence of some highs, some lows. And when the dancers are able to learn choreography in terms of as an academic side, how to choreograph, how to listen and compare their body language with the points we want to get across to the audience. This piece was specifically choreographed for Black history with a lot of the present day social things that's happening in our society. So there were some scenes that were pretty intense and dealt with some familiar people that you've been seeing on the news. So we take music and we take art such as, you know, the performing arts with dance and paintings, and we find a lot of the issues that are happening every day in our world, and we try to figure out ways of how to relay those messages to the audience. So those are some really big things that dancers have to consider when they're dancing. I can have a dancer that has excellent technique, knows the music, understands the counts, but if they can't portray the story, it's somewhat hard to work with them. And I'm sure it's similar when you come to other art forms like music. You can know how to read the notes and play it, but unless you put your own personal feeling into what you're playing, it's kind of hard to touch someone, and someone in the audience might need to hear what you're playing. And it may be a really good starter for someone to say, hey, let me open up and maybe talk to someone. So I think it's really good that we're able to mix the arts and be able to portray the things that we want to get across.
Awesome, awesome. So I think we have time for one more video. And is that the one that says edit to?
Yeah, so it's up to you. What you can either show them what they do in terms of workouts, since dancers have to stay physically trained. It's in that same footage, so you're not going back and forth. I think that maybe enough of the actual dancing. The other piece is just an actual full performance. Or I'll leave it up to you. So students, I mean, you know what it looks like to work out. Would you rather see the dancers work out, or would you rather see a full piece?
All right, students. So we're gonna do a poll real quick. So if you would rather, I don't really know how to use the poll system in this Google chat, or else I have to create a poll system. But you could just put some raise of your hands, or you could kind of say yay or nay in the chat box. If you would rather see some more dancing, you can say yes. If you'd rather, well, you could type in dance. If you'd rather see more of the work, see how dancers would actually work out and get fit and get ready for their dances, you can say workout or fitness. Type it in the chat box. So we have dance. So I have one for dance. Dance. Got two for dance. I'm gonna close the poll in about 5-10 seconds. We got one for fitness. Dance. I think dance might win. All right. So we're gonna do the one for dance. We have a hand raised. All right, go ahead, Zaziana.
What was the question?
So if you would rather see another clip of the dancers actually dance, you would type in dance, or if you would want to see how they actually prepare as far as working out, exercises that they have to do, then you would say fitness or exercise. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, my vote is for dance.
All right. I think the dancers have won. And imagine that we're with a dance instructor. They want to see more dancing.
I
That's
know.
awesome. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to share this one, guys. This is going to be the last video for today. I hope you all enjoyed this. Again, the workshops that we do is always to try to allow y'all to see how music is aligned to different arts. So it's not just what we put in the instrument or play on the instrument or in the studio. All of the creative arts tend to use, or I should say, feed off each other. So let's take a look at the last video. And this one isn't that long, so I think it's 5 minutes, so I will actually play this one to its entirety. Okay, guys? And here we go.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun, weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. Early in the morning, before the sun begins to shine, we're gonna start moving towards that separating line. I'm wading through muddy waters. You know I gotta make up mind. And I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. And I fight with the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. And I know what's around the bend.
Awesome. And these are the dancers. Wow. Wow. Well, did you want to share any final closing remarks on that, Sherry?
No, I thank you all for your time. I really enjoyed speaking with you all. If you have comments, questions, or concerns about school in general, whether it's collegiate or studios involving the performing arts, I'm here, I'm open. Mr. Hannah has my information. We do summer intensives, and we'll kind of see what happens with the pandemic, but we try to present opportunities and scholarships for young people like yourself. I do want to extend that opportunity to you guys. And I do come to Nashville often since I know now where you all are located. So maybe one of these days we can collaborate or do some work together. I would love to meet you guys face to face.
Awesome. And then we had one remark in the chat box from Soul of America Tours. They stated that it reminds them of a choreography from Childish Gambino, This Is America, as well as some dances or choreography in Beyonce videos. So it's I guess they're saying that you are doing pretty well with your students over there, that they're performing on a high caliber.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have anything they want to say before we close out? Anything they want to share? No? Well, let's all just thank Ms. Sherry for taking this time to be with us. We know you're very busy at Prairie View University, and we just thank you for taking the time to come and sharing with us some insight on dance. So thank you. And we will definitely stay in contact to hopefully collaborate in the future.
No,
all right, guys. Y'all take care.
See you all.
Bye.
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 Well, Sherry, thank you so much.
I just want to say thank you. Anytime you ever need anything, just let me know. Like I literally had company members texting me and trying to call me. Today is Saturday. I shouldn't be working with them, but they perform tomorrow. So I think they're just a little antsy about stuff. But no, I'm serious about that. I will be coming to Nashville soon. And if there's ever any events, whether it's virtual or not, say for